Well, before I joined this amazing place, I was on a wonderful skiing adventure with my husband before we were married. At the top of the hill, someone crossed in front of me and my leg just basically twisted backwards and I tore my ACL, my medial collateral, like I pretty much have all short of a knee replacement. So, when that was done over 30 years ago, that was like a week in the hospital and some serious PT for a long time. I realized I had a little bit of work to do, work that I wanted to do. I knew I've known for years and years I needed to do, and just had that gnaw inside of me that I wasn't addressing it the way that I needed to keep the rest of my body functioning well. So I stuck with it, and I've always been active, but I knew now especially I needed to pay better attention. I've been working out a lot at home with my husband during COVID, and that was wonderful, and I wanted to keep it going. And it was a delicate balance of what he needed and what I needed and working on it together. But I knew there were specific things that I couldn't get from that and specific things that just not any gym maybe could offer. I've driven by this building a lot. I live nearby, but I've always been intrigued by the architecture, and I always thought it was such a cool space. And then I started noticing your bright yellow. And I started noticing your signs in the window that weren't necessarily like advertisements, but they were more statements of achievement from what I assumed were people who were doing something kind of cool here. And I drive by and I go, I should check that out. Then I drive by and go, I like the energy coming from that place. Or I would drive by and just smile and I don't know, there was something coming from here that felt different. I really love when someone is able to take something that already exists and breathe new life into it. And I felt like that was something that was coming out of the doors here. I just decided it was time, went online and checked it out and never looked back. I was really surprised, and it made me think a lot. When I first decided to go online and look up your website, and you asked a lot of questions. They were very serious questions, honest questions, and it made me pause and notice that it was very different than previous experiences. And it made me curious to want to know more. And also made me think about how seriously this commitment is not to you, but to myself. I wanted to find somebody who could help me really focus on what my body needed and particular areas that had been injured that needed the right kind of help and the right kind of exercise to strengthen from within and not compensate. So I think that was my biggest reservation, because a lot of the places where you look, it's like a membership and people might be conscious of like the latest clothing and how good you look, and it's just not my shtick. I have to tell you the truth, I am not really a gym person. I don't like to think about the clothes that I wear or how much I sweat or what noises my body makes. I just wanted to be able to show up and care for myself, but then also in caring for myself, care for a community of people around me with similar goals and values, which are pretty simple, about being a good person and showing up in the world in a genuine way. I really look forward to working out here. And I have to say, that is not a normal thing before. I look forward to using my body because I know I want to use it and I have a lot of energy and I know I feel better when I'm using it. But, the thought of a workout sometimes is like, all right, gotta psych myself into it. But the times that I come here, I so look forward to it because it's an experience. We show up, we say hello, we want to know how people are doing, and we work ourselves in with these breathing exercises and stretches. So you're warming yourself up, you're warming your heart up, you're warming up your mind to what you're going to do next. And that feels so good. And I'm just ready then for the hard work that we do. But I really look forward to seeing the people that I work out with. I think the wonderful humor in this community is so much fun. Seriously, I can't get enough of the music. In my particular class, we have people who curate incredible music, and that kind of opens up all these stories, and it's just really fun to have that snippets of conversation and community while we're working out. It's not distracting. If anything, it just kind of like binds everyone together even better. So I think just overall, I feel good. When I am tired and I leave here, I feel like I've done the best part of my day, and I've spent time with beautiful human beings. Number one, I showed up. And I'm really glad that I did. And number 2 is I keep showing up, and I'm thrilled that I do. And number 3 is my knee is so much stronger. I can actually feel my upper leg muscle here. And I've had the chance to go on 2 tremendous adventures since then with really, really hard hiking, like definitely experienced that stretched myself. And I wasn't the one who was lagging behind. And not that that matters. I just wanted to be able to go and to be able to do it and to do it well. And I so enjoyed myself. And I wouldn't have been there had it not been for working here with John. You know, I hadn't even thought about this, but one of my friends recently was like, "What are you doing? Like, what's going on?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And they're like, "You just look like you're really fit and feeling good." And I was like, "Well, here's what I'm doing, and I invite you to check it out." Because it's not like anything else I've ever experienced. So go online, look at the questions, see what you think, and if you want to know more, I'm happy to share more. Because it's too good to keep it a secret. Just show up as you are and take it step by step by step, no matter how small that step. Each step is part of the process. And being patient and paying attention to what your body's telling you, and paying attention to just basic things, your sleep, what you put into your body, the words you use for yourself as well as other people. I think a lot of times we're not aware of those messages we're telling ourselves, and they're not fair, they're not often kind, and they're not often accurate. So just like taking all that usual stuff and putting it there, and being open to change, being open to learning, being open to being curious, and being open to know that maybe what you've been doing all along wasn't the right thing, but that you can do something different that makes you feel incredibly better. If you want to learn to be at home in your own body, come talk to John. Come and find out how to just sit in your own skin and listen to yourself and understand from your perspective what you need just for you to be the best part, the best version of yourselves. And you show up and you're gonna get your wings and your mask, and you're gonna fly.